What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Rulebreaker Haaland. He's coming in at a whopping 1.015 mil. Huge price for him. And to be honest, he's had a solid upgrade. I'm actually surprised that they've really got him quite right, to be honest. His main attribute that he's had a big upgrade, which we will show you at the end of the video between the gold and obviously this card, is that he has had a massive 25 increase on his passing. Obviously he's had a little bit of a downgrade on his shooting, only by a plus or -4 technically. He has had a little upgrade onto his pace, his dribbling, and his defending, and also a nice little cheeky free onto his physical. So you're thinking, why is he 1 mil then? Well, he's kind of put into an all-round card now, and I think we're not going to get a Haaland like this probably until Team of the Season. I don't know if he's going to get Team of the Year, just because I feel like there's so many options already. I feel like he will get there eventually. Team of the Year may be a miss out this year. There's arguments for and against, but we all know what it's like. Team of the Year probably is going to feature Messi and Ronaldo again. But who knows? We'll speculate on that as we get close to the time. But Haaland definitely won't have a card this well balanced until Team of the Season. And even that being said, a plus 25 on his passing from an 88 all the way up to say a 97, 98 we're looking at this year. It's still gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. So he has turned into a pretty well-balanced striker right now. Obviously a good passer, very good on his pace. He is still obviously 6'4", so a big striker. Left-footed at that with a 3-star. So I think the only version that's actually going to be better than this version is going to be a 4-star or a 5-star, maybe in Foot Birthday or in an upgrade like Foot is, where they do massively upgrade the stats. That for me is going to be the biggest upgrade that Haaland will receive, just because obviously that is the meta. That is what everybody's looking for. If you found a 5'5 Haaland, then you know you're in for an absolute treat. That being said, he is going to be still quite a big striker. He's going to be that physical beast that's going to just run through, and more than likely we will see this card drop down from a mil. I think it's just a bit of price on the name more than anything, and obviously the upgrade is relatively decent. I can't argue with that. He is just the big name in there. In terms of traits, we've got solid player. Unfortunately, no actual shooting traits, finesse outside of the foot, or even flair. And obviously, being a 3-star, I can imagine flair isn't necessarily on the menu. He is just an unreal striker. He's fast, he's strong, he's got a good shot, his dribbling's relatively decent. He is that striker that doesn't necessarily translate amazingly, but the one thing this year is I believe he has got his own set of animations. We did use him right at the very start of this game, so I'm interested to see what this compares to when I started with him, because that is a long time ago now, and I believe I have got better at the game. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's see what this Haaland does in comparison to his 88. You know your main man Haaland's got to be taking this. He's going to go straight down the middle, and he's dived already. Let's go. Looking for Haaland to make that run through. Obviously, we're trying for his left foot. Goes for the finesse, and you can see the venom that he puts on that. It's very powerful. Going to try and find him again here. Little through the leg. Round the defender. Goes for the shot, but unfortunately, Mbabu is there to clear it. Haaland definitely got that pace. You can see that lovely increase of his acceleration there. Obviously a very fast striker, and like I say, last year maybe not as good, purely for his animations that were just very clunky, like we would see in a 6'4" striker who's got pace. He's gonna still feel a little bit clunky, whereas now we've got a bit of animations, and you can see him just barging through people almost, and that again is very unique to the style that you don't really see in many strikers. We didn't see it in Drogba, we didn't see it in a lot of the Lewandowskis. Even in his Team of the Season, doesn't really possess pace as much as someone like Haaland does. Into him, big shot, and there he is, already finishing. Sees a bit of Haaland in, trying to just brute strength it, and nearly does it, to be honest. Gets past 3 or 4 players, but unfortunately the final touch is just not enough for him. Looking for a bit of Haaland. He's going to go for a lovely ball into Pizzi. Rafa in fact, does manage to find him. Back into Pizzi. That's where Pizzi's been hiding. Dembele just running through everybody this time. Look for that cut. There it is, passed into Haaland, and it's a lovely 1-2. Looking for a bit of Haaland, pure pace, big shot. Haaland again. Oh, we've screwed that touch up, but he's managed to just barge his way through. Good power, Mbabu. outstrengths him. Fair play to him. Really pushes it to Haaland there. Obviously, he's not going to necessarily win absolutely everything, but it's a good solid touch from him. Nearly puts himself in another goal position. Going to try and find him again here. And again, he's going to just bring players around here. I'm going to try and find him back, but unfortunately cannot after the keeper's made a beautiful save. Good battling from Haaland. He's going to see a lovely ball in, but unfortunately ran over by De Ligt, but ball in. Little touch. Oh, it's beautiful. He manages to do it, gets the finesse and buries it. Haaland 1-2. Nearly gets that return ball. He's going to find it here. Managing to get through. Can we find a little over the top? Is he going to come into Haaland? Get the touch, get the volley. Haaland is just Dembele with the 1-2 from Haaland. Ginter getting in the way though. Very, very nice defending. Quells Haaland very, very quickly on that attack. But we're going to try and find a bit of Dembele again. We can see him making that almost like a 2v1 there. Dembele is going to manage to find himself through though. With a little bit of help. It's going to be Haaland instead. Goes for the finesse and Chesney is well on it. Haaland just bringing players together. You can just see what he can bring as well. The strength of him definitely shows in his attack. Gonna look for that little dink across Haaland with his big head, but unfortunately misses the opportunity. Haaland picking it up in a good position. Looking for that through ball into Rafa. Can we find it back to him? He's got such a good defense drop back there. I think that's a big way to really kind of quell Haaland is the drop back. You just physically haven't got any room to really almost out-muscle your opponent. You've kind of got to be a little bit more imaginative with him, and I think that's where personally a second striker would come in handy with him. Just somebody who could run off him, and then obviously he can kind of do his bit with his whole strength, but then also has the opportunity to I don't know, have a little bit more space going forward. So then as we go into Haaland's overall fantastic striker, I think again, like a Dembele, he's had a lovely upgrade, very well balanced, and I don't think anything's really taken a massive hit. Even his shooting going down from 91 to 87, you can easily upgrade that. We've got a finisher stat here that literally turns him into a 91 rated striker or a 92 cam. The passing increase is lovely because obviously we know passing is a vital part of this game, and even his pace, he's just a monster going forward. Is he the best striker on the game? No, I think Mbappe still holds that crown. He's just, I don't even know how to describe Mbappe because any card he has, his animations, just how he works, is phenomenal. Haaland's very good in his own right, and I think with his own animations this year, definitely comes in as a better player than what he could ever be, and I think that is what he needed. He needed his own set of animations to almost lose the bulkiness, but keep his pace, strength, shooting and dribbling all at once, because he is quite a funny striker. He's necessarily massive in terms of size, but then his pace is ridiculous, his strength is ridiculous, and his shooting's ridiculous. That normally doesn't work in FIFA. We've seen the same with a team of the season Lauan, we've seen the same with like a team of the season Muller. The pace keeps going up, but they don't seem to lose the bulkiness. Haaland is a great example that can be changed. Obviously with his own set of animations is fantastic. Yes, I still think he is a very good striker. Whether I'd choose paying $1 million for him or $1 million for Mbappe, I'd probably still go with Mbappe just because of his animations suit the game better. And that's just that's a preference. Some people would prefer Haaland. I personally prefer Mbappe, and I think the only thing that really lets Haaland down this year is the 3-star. As soon as we shake that to a 4-4 or even a 5-5 if we're so lucky, that's when he becomes some very, very good cam, centre forward or striker in the game that would rock anybody's Bundesliga team. Overall for me, for Haaland at this point, I wouldn't say I'd buy him for $1 million. I would still be looking relatively close to his gold, to be honest. I think even with that passing increase, if I'm wanting him as a striker, a solo striker, there isn't much difference between the two. The big difference is just that passing. Other than that, you are paying almost 1.03 mil extra for a boost of 25 passing. And yes, there is extras around it, but not enough to say that he's worth over $1 million at this point. Maybe if we get a few more informs and maybe a player of the month, then we could be arguing, even though it won't get the 25 increase on the passing, he still will have a better passing rate. So I think this card is very much like a Kane last year. Even though I do think he's a bit more usable than Kane, he's still not necessarily effective for the price as such, and that is an opinion. Some people really like Haaland on this game. I personally prefer Mbappe. I prefer, to some extent, Ronaldo, but I think, again, that is very similar in certain aspects. But overall, for me, I think Haaland's coming in at a solid 9.5. Definitely the 4-star, 4-star, or 5-star, 5-star would rank him up to that 10, but until he gets that, I'm sticking with the 9.5. We'll keep a close eye on him and see if he does manage to get another inform, a player of the month, and keep going with that. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. Let me know down below who's your favourite rule breaker so far, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.